Sweet. Right. What is your favorite part in Metal Gear Solid 3?
Um, so no, there's so many moments it stands out for me in Metal Gear Solid 3. But I think one of the parts, the best parts of me in Metal Gear Solid 3 would have to be with the close scene and boss fight between Snake and the boss at the end, or towards the end of the game. To me, that's the one that stands out the most for me
Yeah.
within MGS3.
Right. Sorry, I'm having a few technical difficulties on my side. Basically, all about the boss. I think she was a bit really evil type person, but she was forced to be that way with the government.
To me, Ian, to me, she isn't an evil person. That at the end of the day, that the boss knew she had a duty to do, and in order to prevent World War III, she would have to, in order to take the slack of everything, that say that the plans that set up by the government in Zero is that because the boss was on a mission pretending having to defect to Russia to spy on Volgin, due to Volgin then launching a nuke, using an American prototype nuke and launching it on America. I mean, on Russian, sorry, on what Russian soil, the American government had no choice but to then frame, well, set a mission to frame the boss in order that then for the boss's mission to be executed by her own apprentice or in person she cared for dearly in order to
Yeah.
prevent World War III.
Right. All about the Shagger Hot though. That's a weird design about the Metal Gear. That's one of the weird Metal Gears I've ever seen on there. Actually, no. Peace Walker's got that for another time.
Mm.
Sure.
I'll be sorry about this.
Sorry, Andy had to. Oh no, JT27 had to do something. Just to let you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
sorry about that. Just a technical difficulty, but yeah, you're saying
yeah.
about the Shagahod.
What do you think about the design of the
Certainly,
Shagger Hot?
it's I'd say it was both one of the most weirdest designs you get for Mech and Metal Gear, both in design and the name of it.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I was just having. um, just to say, if anybody out there has got any comments, want to give us any answers out there, please do. We also on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Hitbox. If you want to go to them, I think when the Phantom Pain comes out, I'll be doing a Hitbox show on there, and I'll be giving a free game out for a giveaway. I'll be doing a question. It'd be only on like a certain time limit though, so if you would like to please go there at the start. It's all called TV Gamer on all of the channels on below. Pictures and face cams. Andy, do you want to mention anything else?
Yeah, I thought one of the most thrilling moments to play for an MGS3 to me was after they destroyed the main facility and uh,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, so that it's when they destroy the main facility at the base, and then you've suddenly got Vulcan chasing them in the Shagahod. I thought that was a pretty exciting moment
Yeah,
within the game.
that was quite good. But Volgan now. Hopefully on the Phantom Pain, they show a bit more what he could do on that form of Psycho Mantis controlled form, if you want to call it something like that. But
yeah.
But what do you think with Volgan though? This game.
In MGS3, I thought actually Vulcan was a pretty decent villain. I find of a memorable villain. What I liked about Vulcan that he had set motives for the game, that his goal, that he had set goals of one of the main goals of how he wanted to grab the Philosopher's Legacy or the info of it, so he could gain more power for one of them. And the fact of how he had a suit where he could channel electricity through him.
The one part when she talks to Eva, this one has spunk.
That's a classic line.
But there is a difference between PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 HD remastered, because I think they changed like the camera angles, the camera functions on with the HD collection.
Saying that with the camera angles, that camera version was first brought in to MGS3 Subsistence. That was the version that was released after the first release for Snake Eater. But then what I have noticed about the HD edition for MGS3 that the frame rates is a lot more stable. It's more to a solid 60 frames per second rather than within the PS2 version. You probably notice it was to 30 frames per second, but then the frame rates would just jump all over the place at times.
All about the scene when they all fighting, when Snake's trapped in what is it? In the base, when he gets trapped, when he gets beaten up and when he loses his eye.
Oh, during the torture scene, that was also another iconic moment and quite a tense moment in the game. Of course, that was the reason why he was blinded, was partially due to an ocelot he was still quite young and not entirely experienced at the time. So because of him playing Russian roulette, that cost Big Boss an eye.
Cool. If there's any people out there watching, if you want any questions or if you don't really get the storyline, ask one of us. We'll tell you about the storyline, what's in Metal Gear Solid 3. Like I said, if I'm on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Hitbox. If anyone wants to subscribe to us, they can. When Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain comes out, I'll be doing a broadcast on there. I'll be giving a free game away, Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain, Day 1 edition, not the collector's edition. You ask you ask one question, whoever gets it right first, they get the game. So hopefully you do join us for that. Andy, what do you think about the boss's ending now on the game?
The bosses, you mean the ending where, of course, Snake had to face that challenge even though he didn't want to, of completing his mission of eliminating the boss in order for the boss to finish her mission. To me, I thought that's why I found the most defining moments of the game, is it defines both Snake's journey and it also defines the interaction or the relationship between Snake and the boss, that they both really cared for each other. And to me, that was one of the moments that emotional moments I felt the most within MGS3.
Well, I hope there's going to be more to come on the next game of Metal Gear. But just to say about the boss, spoiler alert, if anybody hasn't played number 3, she did die on this one, so if anybody thinks she's going to be reincarnated in the next one, I doubt it very much, because they don't do reincarnations.
Mm.
What about the sneaking aspects of the Metal Gear Solid 3, Andy?
The sneaking aspects I found quite fun. I did like the fact how you had to use espionage as stealth through jungle scapes and various mountainside scapes, where you be able to change all your camouflage you have in your backpack, how you had to carry food, even when you injured yourself, how you had to go to a menu where you had to use all various first aid equipment to heal yourself, which
Yeah,
I found was fun.
Bit I
Even the
like
camo
in the game is when you go into your costumes onto the survival pack, if you want to call it, and there's like Raiden's mask, Raiden's face on there. That's quite hilarious.
Yeah. Which, if I remember correctly, that was the mask of Sergeant Rykov.
Do you think that could be a hint into Raiden's family?
Possibly. But I did find it hilarious in order how Fulgen knows who Rykov is just by touching his
think
groin.
they had some like Brokeback Mountain situation. They're just like let's get a tent and let's just camp up there and have some love time. Right, we've got 51 minutes in to the show, people. Just to let you know, this time on the right hand side is counting down until it ends. We are now talking about Metal Gear Solid 3. We will be doing more shows in the future. This is episode 1. We've done recent episodes, but they all managed to fail because of my system on my PC was playing up and there was too much echoing. It's just really been horrible. But hopefully this one I've done quite alright, to be fair, and hopefully this one hasn't got any bugginess. If anybody's watching out there, just let me know if it's alright on your end. What do you think of Eva, though? I know it was like the same person, but what do you think of her story? She was not a part of nothing.
Oh,
watched everything.
Eva's story.
To the last T.
Eva's story. I actually quite enjoyed Eva's story too. I liked her as a character for various reasons, but the reason why I especially liked Eva's story is the fact that how she had to play. That by the end, you find out how she had to play a triple agent of being a KGB agent and then working for the philosophers as well as working for a Chinese agency. And yeah, even though she says that falling in love with Snake was all part of her mission, I thought there was probably some actual love or connection between Snake during the mission, even though it was a part of her mission to begin with.
What about on one bit where Snake is asleep and he wakes up and she sees Eva undressing? It's just them funny moments on there. It's just like, wow, you know where Hideo Kojima wants to go with this. Right, we are 59 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything else, Andy, do you want to talk about?
Yeah, there's another moment that I did actually quite enjoy. I found comical is when in this part of the game when you're in being held in the
Yeah.
holding cells within the base, and then you had Johnny as the guard. Where it's up to its usual toilet humours, every 2 minutes you'd just see Johnny kept running off to the toilet.
Yeah, I remember that. Just to say as well,
Ian.
with the Shadow Heart, when it separates from them two parts, why didn't they go with that in the first place? Because that's more like quicker, more limbo. But the only thing what disconnect was the rocket.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
should have kept it like that small if you want to make a fast getaway Metal Gear. You won't catch that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If there's anyone out there wants to have any questions about what we're talking about, this is only a speculation. This is while the storyline is true, but whatever we're saying on the top of our minds is not true. So don't. Let's see. To this. Okay. Right. We've got maybe 10 minutes left. Hopefully, I change this.
Mm-hmm. Ian. There is also another defining moment I like to speak about in MGS3 is the boss stage with the Sorrow. To me, that was also one of the most iconic moments in the series as well.
There's hopefully you be on a show more because we'll be talking about more Metal Gear Solid topics, and
yeah.
but hopefully before then we'll be doing Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Hopefully you want to join us for that. Hopefully we'll be having another person in with that, so there's going to be 3 people doing this session. But we leave everything onto Facebook and Twitter. If you want to find us, it's TV Gamer on Andy, do you want to say anything else, mate?
Yeah, going back to the boss stage with the Snake and the Sorrow, what I liked about it is how when Snake's in Limbo and the Sorrow's challenging Snake in Limbo, where you have to travel down the Nirvana River, and what was liked about it, depending on the body counts that you stacked up throughout the game, that body counter will appear in the boss stage.
The best fight I like was Fury in there. That was quite hard because you have to use the night vision goggles, and but I think if you use night vision goggles too much, I think it would do something with his vision. So everything would just get lighter and brighter, and so you have to take. Well, that's what I think anyway. I can't see green anyway. What boss scene did you like?
I said one of the two of the most iconic moments, boss stages for me, had to be the Sorrow and the boss.
It took. God, carry on.
Even
Sorry.
even then, what I enjoyed about the Sorrow is the fact that again, that with what makes Kojima a mastermind when it comes to stages like this in the game is how you it forces the player to think outside the box. Like for example, it took me an hour or more or so the first time I completed the boss stage of the Sorrow. Every time I kept reaching the Sorrow, Snake would die, and then you'd have to restart the stage, and then without you realize, you have to take the revival pill when you
Yeah,
reach the end
that
of the
bit took me
stage.
actually for ages to find out how to do, because I think back then we didn't even have YouTube properly back then. People was not using it for that
Hmm.
sort of style like people's using it now. It took me for ages. I think I was stuck on that part maybe like 4 months, just trying everything on there.
Hmm.
I actually drowned myself about a few times. But the only things what was funny is
Hmm.
like every one you killed was on that place of the Sorrow. If you didn't kill anybody coming up to
Hmm.
the Sorrow, you won't have nobody on there. Just
It would just be a completely sparse river apart from all the
yeah.
members of the Cobra unit.
I remembered I shot a deer. I think I shot a rabbit. The rabbit was on there.
Mm. Even all the fish or snakes or anything you vet or hunted.
Right, we've got 6 minutes in, people. Right, we're gonna finish off talking about Metal Gear Solid 3. Then hopefully sometime Peace Walker. We'll let you know on that. Um, the only boss I didn't like, Andy, was, what is it? The old guy. What's his name?
The end.
Didn't really like him, but there was a cheap way for actually killing that boss though. Go to him basically. You go on your time and date, and you put in the month ahead, and save all that.
Hmm.
Go on to the game again, and basically the end should hopefully just.
Hmm.
But you won't get the achievement, the trophy for it if you do that. So right, we got 5 minutes in. Well, what we're gonna do is actually call this an early one, just to say to people, because we have actually done this quite ahead of time. So 2 minutes left now. Set it because of time limitations of the
Hmm.
file. Do you want to say anything else, Andy, when we go?
Yeah, as I said, the fact that personally to me that MGS3 would be on the be in top place of will be one of my most Metal Gears, and then in second Peace Walk, and then third
Yeah.
MGS1.
Well, my one is Metal Gear Solid 1 and Metal Gear Solid 3. But we won't know until we play the new game when it comes out. We could be saying, oh yeah, this game could be the best then out of all of them. But
Hmm.
hopefully when this game comes out, I'll be doing a broadcast, and with this broadcast, I'll be giving away a free game on Hitbox. So if anybody wants to view me on there, that'd be great, because if you don't, you miss out getting a free copy of the Phantom Pain, and plus it'd be on PlayStation 4, just to let you know, not on Xbox. I don't do Xbox. Andy, want to say anything else before we go?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to this uh, to this session, and it's been a
Yeah,
great
it's good to
discussion.
have you on here. Hopefully, we have you on again on the Peace Walker discussion. We've got another person coming on there. Hopefully, they need to get back in touch with me about Peace Walker. Right. You are watching TV Gamer. I'm on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and on Hitbox. If anybody's just joined me, I'll be putting this on my YouTube. The link's actually in the Twitter on the broadcast where you're watching it now. Just click on the YouTube symbol. It should take you there. This is episode 1. Basically, cheers for watching and viewing us. Basically, this is TV Gamer. We are zoning out.